done, and I'm just like, no idea how you do this at all. Like, they have traps, all this other stuff set up for enemies to kill them, and I'm just like, yeah, no, never gotten that far. Like, it takes me forever just to get down to metal because I don't build a military right off the bat. I usually try and wait, get through spring first, and make sure getting enough food and getting enough drink. I've been playing this one. I've been playing Gnomoria in general for a couple of years now, I think. Not dedicated though. I just been kind of messing around. Usually when I play in the settings, when I set up a world, I set it up all flat. So at the beginning of this one, I had to go through and flatten out, or I had to wall off some stuff, remove some ramps, just so I didn't get overrun by mobs later on. So instead of having to waste time on doing that, I usually start off with a flat map, so then I can just pick a large area on the map and just wall it off, and not have to worry about it. I think halfway through spring, maybe the 6th, 7th day of spring, you start getting some enemies showing up. This is a little dark right now. I think you can only see it during in your line of sight. But yeah, you'll see some enemies show up and stuff like that. And if you don't have a military to do it, they'll just overrun your base, which is, you know, not fun. But this game in particular, I mean, we've only been going for as long as the stream goes. This was a brand new map when I started the stream, and I've just been kind of fooling around with it. Okay, so the distillery is almost ready. Sets up. I'm gonna set it to. So my loaf of bread does use grain, so what I'm going to do, because I have the well and I don't necessarily need to worry about drink, because I do have the well there for now, I'm just going to craft bread, I'm going to set it to repeat. What this will do is it will use all my grain that I have available and just create bread for me. The other one is craft 2, so if you want a set number of a item in your inventory at all times, you can craft to that certain number, and it will just only craft to it. But at this point, I only have 9 food left, and I don't know when those oranges are going to start coming in, or the apples for that fact. So I'm just going to use repeat, and just use all that grain just to create my bread for me. So whoever my kitchen worker is, he's gonna go and just start making a bunch of bread for me. And the other nice thing with the drink too is I still have my yaks that are making milk, yak milk. So I still have that to rely on for some drink as well. But the nice thing is just having that well, and I don't necessarily have to worry about it. I just have to worry about the food. If you do end up getting a map and you can't find water on it, you're going to have to start managing your drink a lot more. So that's why I tried to build this well as early on as possible as I could, just so I didn't have to worry about the drink anymore. I think the very first map I ever played on, I didn't realize you could build a well, or I didn't see the well until later on. So I was down to like 0 drink, and my gnomes were dying, and then I got a well built, and I had to spend the rest of the season with 1 gnome trying to take care of the entire camp, which is not easy. So it looks like I got both my, I got a couple of guys going on the food. still down to 6. I'm not overly impressed with that. What I might do right now, because I don't need this area here, is I'm just going to remove this floor. Hopefully they remove it correctly. They don't box themselves in. And then I'm just going to expand my strawberry farm out. I might figure out the 10 by, or I'll probably figure out a new 10 by 10 area for it. So I'll have 100 plots and just get 100 plots of strawberries going. It's a simple food. It doesn't fill their hunger as much, but at least I got some stuff going, some extra stuff going. Cause, more food is definitely very worrisome to me. I'm running out of grain with the bread. Bread should fill them up more than a apple or a orange or something like that does. They shouldn't need to eat as much, but it's still worrisome. I'll just do a 9 by 10. I'll have 90 plots. I'm not going to be able to do that. Remove designation. Start planting. Throwing another 5 by 5 here. Strawberry. 5 by 5 here. Strawberry. Here. Okay, so there's so I technically have 100 plots of strawberries right now. Once my other farmer wakes up, they'll start going, start manning these plots. The other guy's concentrating on making me bread, so you guys don't starve to death. In your population menu, you can assign professions to people. You can also make custom professions or change what certain professions do. And then there is a whole bunch of pre-builds. So I mean, if you get enough gnomes at some point in time, you could pretty much just set up like a cook and just have them make bread and not have to worry about anything else. Stuff like that. But obviously, with just a small number of gnomes, I'm not really there yet. Oh, he's a farmer. Thirsty. I don't know why I fell asleep there. Person can only work one thing at a time, and I don't have the butcher shop doing anything yet. So there we go. We got a farmer going there, and some filling some plots. For my pasture right now, I'm gonna knock down the max number of male and females to 1. And then what I can do after I set that, I can go to the butchers and automatically butcher excess livestock. So the moment a extra calf is, or yak is born, we'll just take it over, butcher it, and I'll get some meat and some bone out of it. And then I'm just waiting for the guy who works the pasture to use the axe back into their pasture. Once you change any settings on here, it lets them roam around and do whatever you want. It's kind of nice with a walled off city, is they can't get too far. A couple of games I was playing where I didn't have it walled off, I changed a setting in here and they take off halfway across the map. Yeah, there was no getting back after that. I don't know what you're trying to do. You walked in just to fall asleep. Now, once I get to the first day of winter, I'm going to start my military. I'm going to start looking at the stats on the gnomes. When you come to assign and you hover over, it tells you the stats on each of the gnomes. And then same thing, I believe, when you go to military. Once you build a squad, and you're assigning people to your squad, you can take a look at their military stats and everything else with it. So once I get to that point, I'm going to start looking at that stuff, pick some of the stronger gnomes, build the military, and then I'll open up one point where goblins can come in. With a training ground right next to it, I'm going to kind of block it off. And then that way, whenever a goblin comes in, they have to fight my military. And then yeah, hopefully that works out pretty well. Okay, so we got my pine trees going, which means the orange trees shouldn't be too far behind it. And we'll get some more food. We're getting back up to around 19 food from all the grain, from all the bread and the grain that we made, which is really nice. So yeah, that's really good. Make me torches. Much coal do I have? 11 coal. So I'm gonna try and light up some of these workspaces. Light at this level isn't a huge deal, but it can turn into a big deal. If you get too many stacks of stones, you can get golems spawning. So I don't want that. I'm just gonna try and just light up these workspaces. Or it looks like I just need 4 torches. Yeah, and then that keeps some of my woodcutters busy with stuff. Okay, and see, so there's my my rancher. The yaks back into their pasture. We got some strawberry stuff going. Getting it planted, getting everything build. Also, I believe under stocks, you can make custom tracked items. So if I want to track my wheat, change that. Goods. Man. Straw and wheat. And I can track it. Because I'm thinking about starting to build the dormitories. And some beds. But as I said, it takes about two wheat to build a bed, and I don't want to overextend that. It is a factor on the food for the yaks. They don't eat anything else. So, what do I want to build? Line down there. Line it out. And so there's a couple of options that I'll get to when we get there. The dormitories. Build them as 3x3s. They don't need a lot of room for dormitories or personal quarters. Oops. And the way I'm doing this is I haven't built a way in yet. So essentially this just queues up mining jobs. Yeah. So I can kind of just lay everything out the way I want it. If I make a mistake, I'm not fighting against the computer or fighting against the AI to see who can make it quicker to cancel jobs. And then I'll just open them up afterwards. Okay. So now, when you want somewhere for him to sleep, you can either do a personal quarter, which means one person will sleep in each quarter, or dormitory, which is just a large area where you can put a bunch of beds and everyone will sleep. This all goes towards your kingdom count, your kingdom worth. The more that your kingdom is worth, the more gnomes you get each on the first day of each season. And I forget when it calculates. Calculates your wealth. So I'm just going to do some personal quarters. And then I just go down the line. If you leave them vacant, gnomes will pick the quarters themselves and use them. But I like to assign just so I'm not assigning more than I need. And extra gnomes aren't getting extra quarters. As far as I'm concerned, you only need one place to sleep. So the other thing that this needs is a bed. So if you build furniture, there's a straw bed, a bed, and a 4-poster bed. I'm just gonna put in straw beds right now. Because I don't want to use up all the wood yet. And it is 2 straw per straw bed. So I am taking away from my wheat to build this. But whatever. And I believe, go to the carpenter and you look at the bed, you need a mattress. And I believe the mattress is made of the same stress, and it's just stuffed with wheat as well, and it's stuffed with straw, so it's only 2 straw. Unfortunately, it's not stuffed with cotton. Not sure if there's different types of mattresses you can make, but I'd really like it to use the cotton instead of the wheat, just because the wheat is used to feed your yaks. And I've ran into issues where I've killed yaks because I was trying to give my gnomes someplace to sleep. And the same thing with the beds is the more complex the bed, the more that they sleep, and the shorter they have to sleep, and the longer they'll work. So if you just leave it at straw, or if you leave them sleeping on the ground, they don't sleep very long, and then they don't, or they sleep for very long, and they don't work for very long. Get it up to a bed or a 4-poster bed, and they tend to work a lot longer. Oh good, my oranges are starting to bloom, or starting to grow, so I'll have some more food. I used up all the grain. Ooh. Down to 17 wheat. I only see 1 stack here. Some of it must be stockpiled somewhere. Oh, maybe it's in this crate. Things to mention about the storage containers is barrels can hold multiple items up to 32, and multiple different types of items up to 32 in the contents. So as you can see, there's wood logs, coal, strawberries, bread, torches, everything in here. Just a whole bunch of different stuff. When you look at the barrels or the bags, they will only hold 1 type of something. So this barrel only has strawberry wine in it. This one only has yak milk in it. And then the same with the bag. Only wheat seed, only strawberries. So I just, I have some cottonseed down here. I have a whole bunch of cottonseed littered all over my cotton farm. And it's because I don't have anything to put them in. Because they won't sit in one thing. The other thing to notice about your stockpiles is that your dirt will stack, so you'll have up to 64 dirt in one pile. Wood does not stack; it needs a crate to go into. Same with your cotton. Your cotton doesn't stack; it needs something to go into. And your seeds don't stack either. They need a bag to go into to stack. We got some people sleeping, so that's good. More worried that I don't see any wheat on the ground, and I don't know where it all went. But it says I have 14. Check my stocks on that. I really don't believe it's true since I don't see any on the ground. I have 14 straw, but where? Oh, it is in my... Okay, so apparently I have a bunch of straw in my main stockpile. That's good. Just to get it out of the way, there's only one more wood workshop that I don't have, and that's the wood carver. Yeah, it's the wood carver. So I'm just gonna build the wood carver. No reason other than just to have it. And so now that that's set, I'm going to do another designate area as a stockpile for the rest of the 7x7 area. My wood. And I'm gonna just name this. Wood. So from here, what I want is I want to pull stock from wood overflow. I don't want to push the stock anywhere. Just want wood overflow to pull up into here. Then just to make sure that everything's going to work properly, I'm going to wood overflow and I'm going to push stock here up into wood. So what that should do is it should take first all the wood from here, pull it up into here, and then this stuff will go down on the bottom. So as soon as this spot opens up in my regular wood stockpile, yeah, so once a spot comes available on this stockpile, it'll pull from here and put it up in here. And that way what happens is that my wood workers don't have very far to move to get another log to cut anything. And it speeds up the process of them doing stuff. For some odd reason, this one, my woodcutter gnome, he's coming down to pull a piece of wood from there, puts it down in the empty spot, and then he goes for it. I'm going to see if I turn this off, if the push function will just kind of fix itself. So I'm trying to figure out what these guys are doing. Okay, so as this wood is coming available into here, they're filling it up with some of the cotton seeds and some of my seeds and stuff like that. Oh good, my food should be starting to climb now. I'm getting more strawberries up. My oranges still need to be picked, but these plots are starting to hit. So it's good. Yeah, I'm still a little leery on my food. I still don't think I have a lot of food. But hopefully, it starts picking up. I don't know why this guy fell asleep on the floor. Pretty sure, yeah, he has a bed that he can 100% get to. I don't know why they fell asleep on the floor either. everyone should have a personal quarter that they can go and sleep in. Have fun sleeping on the floor. Be using your bed. We got a little too drunk on the strawberry wine. I don't know. This one just must not have bloomed yet. Or, grown full yet. I'm hoping they're not cutting the clippings and just picking the fruit. If you just pick the fruit, instead of cutting the clipping, the fruit grows back quicker. Because I just have a small plot for the oranges right now. So if I want to grow that plot, what I'll do is I'll have them start cutting clippings, so I can set up another area for them to grow. I might wait until the first day of winter to cut the clippings and plant, because they won't grow, but I'll be able to fill another 5x5 with the clippings, and they'll all be at the same time, and so all 50 plots will have fruit ready at the same time, which will be nice. So. Just heads up, guys, I'm probably only going to stream for about another 10 minutes. I'll take you to about 5:30 my time, and then I should probably got some plans tonight. Should probably go and get ready for those. Yeah. Probably gonna stream again tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be Gnomoria again or not. Let me know if you want me to stream this, or if you have any suggestions of another game I should try. The other thing I was thinking about too is I was watching a stream earlier today where they interviewed the developers for Tenertia. And I think it's on Steam Greenlight for about $15 right now. So I was thinking about going and picking that up and giving it a try. It seemed like a pretty neat game. I was watching it on The Attack on their stream. It's a video game stream. It's hosted by Kevin Pereira. He used to do Attack of the Show on G4 TV. And he started a Twitch channel where he does morning shows where they talk about video games and other pop culture stuff as well. So definitely check them out. So yeah, I was thinking about maybe picking that up. Since it's only $15, giving it a try, see what it's like. It looks pretty neat. I don't think I'm going to be particularly good at it. It's all based off of rocket jump physics, so not overly good at that. But, yeah, I was thinking about trying that. But yeah, let me know if there is if you prefer watching me fumble through some more of this, or if you want to you have any other game suggestions, what you want to see. Just keep in mind, try and keep it on PC. I don't have a capture card for consoles yet. Maybe one day I'll pick up a capture card for some console play. As of right now, Alright, so I got that built. I set up some crates to take care of my wood down in the overflow here. Try just probably crates right now. I'll get those built. Each crate should, I believe, holds 32. Yeah, 32 wood logs or anything. So the crate's set up. Hopefully, it'll open up some more room down here. I don't mind having this low number of logs up here, just because you don't need to go very far as it is to go grab them. There we go. Food's looking a little bit better. What's that 30 food? If I was a smarter man, I would see how much food I go through a day and figure out what my stockpile should be for winter. I have not done that. I'm pretty sure it needs to be more than 30. But the nice thing is, with once the wheat pops up again, I'll be able to use all that grain for some more bread. And then, as I said, by not cutting clippings off the apple trees, the apples will grow a bit faster. Just run for a bit. Oh, it just pauses that. Alright guys, yeah, there's probably about 4 minutes left in this, and then probably gonna shut it off for a bit and get ready to go out for a bit tonight, and then we'll see how things go. I might be on later tonight, but we'll see. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. So probably back on to tomorrow afternoon-ish. I don't really have any plans for tomorrow other than just housework. So. That cleans up, cleans up my main stockpile here pretty good. Lets me kind of get the rest of this floor clean. Hopefully we get some of this junk here off the ground. Up to around 40 food. Said I don't think that's great, but I think it should do for summer. Since we don't have to wait as long for the apple or orange trees to grow, hopefully between that and all the bread that I'm going to get from the grain, start running a bit more. I'm usually not used to being this low of number on food, drink, because as I said, usually when I play on a flat map, I'll put in 100. Put in 10 by 10 blocks of all the grain or all the farming stuff, and of all those trees. So I mean, I'm looking at 700 plots of land that these guys have to manage. So it's just huge on food, but usually get caught up with not having enough people to manage it. I find this is a little bit better. These 5x5s, maybe for your food plots, make them a bit bigger. I don't necessarily think 10x10 is the way to go. Because even now with the just the 100 strawberry stuff, it seems like they're having a hard time keeping up with everything. The other option you have is just to put farming on everyone's on every type of profession. Just throw agriculture on for everyone, and then over in this bar you can set the priority. So you can set if they're a miner, you can make sure mining's up at the top. Woodcutter, you can make sure woodcutters, whatever the main wood cutting, carpentry, wood carving, and stuff. You can make sure that's all up. All up near the top. So they don't have to grow for the woodcutters up closer to the top and stuff. So don't waste time working your plots and not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I think that's about it. It for me, right, guys. I'm just gonna save. Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, as I said, I'll probably be back on tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.